What's up for everybody? Okay, hope this doesn't fall.
No, it won't fall. It's perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Can't wait. Ding. Do you mind? No, it's perfect. You know.
Yeah. All right, so a bit different angle today. What's up, Jennifer Lynn? Good to see you again. Yeah, I'm gonna log in just so I can see the comments here. We thought we'd try the frog perspective today. Let's do that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to put that away.
That's good. How are you guys doing? Where are you guys watching from?
How are you?
Chester Young. That's a very good question. Okay. Do you guys want the honest truth, or do you want the Facebook Live
Truth.
like hipster, let's pretend everything is fine truth? Well, I don't know if that's hipster actually.
Is that hipster? I think
Nah,
hipsters are not.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Who knows? Yes. Okay. You want it honestly. Okay. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
You start.
Okay. It was very frustrating day. I was realizing we had a great time in Boden last time you guys caught us. If you watched last week. Hey, what's up? I'm going to move this. Good afternoon, John Sonia Coley. Good afternoon from Cheltenham, Great Britain. Oh, cool. It's very cool. Yeah, we went to Sweden.
Last week, yeah.
So if you guys watched the last episode, we were there and we had such a good time. It was much needed family time.
Relaxing time. Yeah.
Rest, really like rejuvenation. And I realized, man, I am a bit tired and overworked. And I think I need a little bit more of that. And I can feel that this week. It's just like, yeah, I just need some rest time. So we came back and went past IKEA, bought this lamp you can see there in the background. This, so we're happy about that. But yeah, so you know when you're really like, if you're exhausted, you're tired, like everything just feels 10 times more difficult. Like it's just like nothing is working. So sometimes you just need to be like, okay, I just need to rest. Because it's better if I rest now, and then these things that are so difficult now is just going to be a walk in the park and no problem whatsoever.
Exactly.
So today, like we're trying to do laundry. Our laundry machines, like we have a combination, like a dryer. The dryer is not working. It starts jumping around like crazy. It sounds like something is
I
really
already
wrong.
thought I fixed it yesterday.
Yeah, we thought we had fixed it, but
I
it wasn't.
cleaned the filter. There was like this big piece of dirt and paper, and I was gonna
Water. Yeah, we had to fix it. So
the water was flooding everywhere.
yeah. Hey, what's up, Lindsay? And Jonas too, I presume. Well, good to see you. Yeah, so today we tried to do 3 times. It was not working, and you're like, okay, let's take it downstairs because there's like a drying room for this apartment complex.
Basically, I tried 3 times the dryer didn't work.
That didn't work. Something is going on with it. It's just jumping around crazy. Yeah, it's good to clean out your dryer, but we did that, but it's still not working.
Still, like today it didn't work.
So if you got any dryer, yeah. So if you guys got any tips, then we are all ears. So you tried to take it downstairs. Of course, it's full. Can't do there.
I had to come back upstairs.
Yeah, and we tried to dry here, but it's so humid right now. It's like really kind of rainy. So nothing is dry. Like our laundry from yesterday isn't even dry. So it's like, things are falling apart. Did you find money?
Unfortunately not.
No, well.
From the drying machine.
That would have been a bummer if it was all.
Yeah, like.
We don't really use money, like cash so much here. Like a little bit in Finland. In Sweden, people never use cash. Like I hardly even know what the Swedish cash looks like, because they changed it a few years ago and I haven't really been to Sweden as much. Well, I lived there for the past 3 years before we got married. But yeah, I literally never use Swedish cash. I don't even know what it looks like. But anyway, so it was really frustrating. Stuff just was, one of those days where it's just like a mess, and it's really easy to start wanting to complain.
Yeah, it's really tempting. I'm like running out of time and trying to make the chicken pasta, and the pasta is flying everywhere, and the hot water is splashing on my hands.
Oh no!
It's really tempting to, I don't know, start complaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're getting rid of cash and change in the U.S.
What?
Yeah, they're doing that too. Like, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I mean, I know Americans really use cash a lot, and I guess one thing that's good is it's not like, I don't know what do you think about it actually? Do you think it's a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Yeah, I have no feelings attached to.
No, I just think it's so convenient to pay with a credit card. But hey, we got two heys here. One is the Norwegian and one is the Swedish. Oh, Siri starts playing here.
Siri, go away.
Go away.
No.
That happened last time too. Remember? You were drying outside early in the rain.
Oh,
yeah, right.
No.
One of those days. And so what do you do when you're having a terrible day? Well, you're just, honestly, it's just a write-off. Let's just try again tomorrow. Go to bed early, get some good sleep, and yeah, just start again. It's very tempting to have a really bad attitude. We have to both catch ourselves, like right before we went live, to like not start complaining about things, because that only makes it worse. Like, complaining is basically like, it's like a form of prayer that does damage.
Well said. I was just before this live thinking about how death and life are like both in
the power of the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Here in Great Britain, cash is now almost a dirty word.
What is GB?
Great Britain.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, is that because of this wonderful coronavirus? I think in Finland some stores don't take cash right now.
They don't take cash.
No, they don't take cash.
My bank in Sweden does not even take cash. You can't
Because
come. No. It's been there like that for years. They just stopped. We won't accept cash anymore. Think about that. A bank that doesn't take cash. What do you guys do? We don't use checks, that's for sure. So anyway, back to the tongue. There is so much power in the tongue, as Chester is saying. I know, like speaking things out, whether it's negative or whether it's bad. And I really want to improve that. Like, actually, I don't consider myself a very negative person in general, but like certain thoughts, like I would like to speak out the positive a lot more.
You're extremely positive. You're the most positive person I know, to be honest.
You think so?
Yes, I think so. I now have to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
But I get it. Bad days, it's tempting to like start like getting, I don't know, upset, anxious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to say you're super positive.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I just don't, it just drains me, like negativity. But I really would like to get better at that, because even though, like, we can sometimes have these thoughts even if we don't say it out loud. And let's see. Oh, hey, Sandy. Good to see you. It's been a long time. My friend Sandy just joined. Lindsay says, how boring the board game Monopoly would be if it was cashless. Exactly.
And by the way, there is a credit card version.
Is it? Oh no. But Monopoly, it's just so luck based.
Yeah, we've had
frustrates me. This conversation. I don't like Monopoly. There's another version called, I don't know, it's Nya Finans in Swedish, I guess New Finance or something. I thought that was more fun because it had bonds and obligations too. Yeah, great to see you too, Sandy. It's easy to be pessimistic.
Yeah.
There's some sort of false comfort a lot of times by being negative, or by like we kind of, everything sucks, and you can kind of, you fulfill, like you have kind of the right to feel crappy, like you comfort yourself, but what's the point, really?
Is that like a pauper mindset?
What's a pauper mindset?
What do you mean by that question?
What? No, people might not know. We've been talking about this for the past few days. Like pauper.
It's prince mindset and pauper mindset.
Yeah, pauper, like
Poor.
someone is poor, more like not necessarily. I think in this context, it doesn't mean necessarily money, but it talks about just mindset or belief spiritually.
Yeah, prince mindset believes that you're children of God and you actually have like a mindset of a royal.
Yeah.
But pauper is more like an orphan.
Yes, exactly. Well, thanks for clearing that up about Great Britain and United Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
So it's okay. Thanks. That's good to know. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
So what is what have you been learning about that? What is a pauper? What would that be? Certain characteristics that would characterize someone with a pauper mindset. And by the way, guys, if you have any, let us know what you want to talk about today. We're just like riffing on this. We just happen to, talk about this. Is something that's been going on recently. We've been thinking about. So, but please let us know if you have certain questions or topics you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah, well, pauper, like I did yesterday at like this quiz or test.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Are you a prince or a pauper? Pauper. Yeah. I did that.
It's a Christian test.
Yeah, Christian test, and I was like shocked by the result.
Really?
Yes, because there was really, really good questions about like described situations you might face in life. For example, I often feel, and there was the feeling described.
What were some of those like examples of?
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me think. I often feel that other people don't like me.
Okay.
For example, a question, and then you have to
rate yourself.
Rate yourself, like just to highlight that. Do you actually believe first that people don't like you, or do you expect people to right away like you?
Mm-hmm.
And things like that, like they made you think. They made me think a lot. Like, oh, I'm not so secure necessarily that people automatically like me. That's awful to realize. Like there was many.
I think they do, for sure.
Yes, and if I get to like think about it and like process about it, I know that for sure.
You know it here.
But in my heart, the first reaction sometimes is that, oh, I'm not sure. I'm a little bit like nervous. So
yeah. So you're not confident that when you walk into a room and you meet a bunch of new people, you don't think they like you?
I don't say they dislike me, but I don't say they absolutely love me either. I guess I am a little bit insecure, and afterwards then there was a question like this, for example, that do I find myself often thinking about what other people think about me? And I realized, oh, I do that. I wonder what other people think about me instead of expecting, oh, absolutely, well, why wouldn't they, Why would I even think about that?
Yeah.
And I think we're opposites in that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think men tend to rate themselves higher than they are, and women tend to rate themselves lower than they are in a lot of these tests. By the way, is there anyone out there who are struggling with these things? Like if you walk into a room, do you believe that people are gonna like you right away, or that they already like you, or do you believe that they don't? They're not gonna like you. Like you have to somehow. Is it like? Do you feel like you have to prove that something?
I have to try. guess I'm often like it might make me feel like, oh, social situations can be exhausting. And I think the reason for that is because I'm not relaxed and enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the test that I made was extremely interesting. Yeah.
You were so honest when you came. I was really like, you're amazing at just being very humble and saying like, I'm not good at this. I only want to change. I want to improve, and that's why you improve quicker than anyone I know. Like with things, like you make such a yeah, seriously.
But it's a skill to learn to be observative about yourself. It takes a lot of honesty, and it's easy to sometimes think like I have had to realize that I'm not as I thought I am.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It hurts, doesn't it?
It hurts.
I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
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 I wonder if this is frozen, this comments. No, I think it's good. So anyone else that can relate to that?
I hope not. I hope you all are princes, though.
Right. Okay. So that's the was the Pauper version.
Yeah.
Were there some other things as well?
Yeah, there was 2 tests.
Okay.
There was like Pauper test and Prince test, and then both of those scores you had to like minus from Pauper, you had to minus the Prince score, or was it other anyway? And then either you were on a plus or on a minus. There was like.
So it's basically just, I mean, I have done this, but it was 10 years ago or something when I lived in the US. Is it basically like a self-awareness test to see where this is where I'm at, and then see how, far off you are in your mindset to what actually God believes about you? Because if you would just take what God believes about you, you just get highest scores on all the Prince tests, right? Okay, Lindsay's saying here. A good tip to feel good is to say very loud when you walk in a room full of people. Here, now I am here. Now it's going to be fun. Very good. I like that, Jonas. Yes, because like we were saying earlier, and like you guys were saying, the power of life and death is in the tongue. It's so powerful. So by you making like that declaration it's going to be fun. Then, of course, it's going to be fun not only for you, Jonas, but it's going to be fun for other people. Because people that are having fun and expect fun, they are fun to be around, and people are attracted to that, and they're come to you. And anyone who's like, everything sucks, who's in there moping in a corner, nobody's attracted to that. Yeah. Unless they also want to mope.
Yeah.
There will always be people who like you and people who don't. Just be yourself. Yeah, exactly. You can't control that. There's no way to control those things. And we can it's interesting, we can know all the right answers, but how do we actually behave out there in the world in certain situations? I don't struggle with that particularly. Like I believe that when I meet a person, I am already in. People like me.
And I have to say...
But I have other insecurities when I talk to people. I have other insecurities. Yeah.
Yeah, in general, people like people who are in a good mood, who are easy to be around, light, bubbly, funny, and they like when you talk to them, you can feel how they care about you. Those are just the things that you radiate when you believe that the other person likes you too. So even they might have some, I don't know, they might have some first thoughts about you, and they talk to you, and you are actually nice. Maybe they start liking you even they didn't in the first place, and you didn't even know. It's just come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like in Swedish. Här kommer jag, nu blir det kul. Precis. It sounds fun in Swedish. Swedish is such a fun language. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a good example. I've learned my lesson.
Give it.
I've learned my lesson. I'm still learning about it. But, I have a tendency to expect I'm going somewhere and there is not going to be fun. And when I go there, if I go there like this, and I'm really stiff, and I shine don't come talk to me because I'm uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
like total different prophecy.
Usually people respect.
Prophecy if I like open the door and I enter a party like, hi, how are you? Instead of
Yeah, exactly. Like people
so
usually respect. I know people usually respect when we say, "Hey, I do not want to talk to you." Like people usually respect that. And if you
alrighty.
radiate that, then chances are they won't. Absolutely. Problem only exists when you're worried about self-esteem. Could build into depression.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why do we spend so much time worrying about what other people think about us? We can't even control it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zero. We have zero control over it. We have control over ourselves, like how I treat someone and all of that. But sometimes it doesn't work out still.
I think only way to get over I don't care what other people care about me is to become truly free with God.
So how would you go about working on that? I don't even like using the word work on something because I don't think, I don't believe in like striving. You know, when we're talking about the kingdom, I think it's a lot more effortless than we believe. But what would you do to pursue that?
I've learned my lesson with this too. It's like if I try really hard to overcome certain things, it's a little bit like, don't think about that, don't do that, don't believe, go there and be like, yeah, I'm having fun, yay. But it's like if I spend time with Lord and I'm like really meditating His word, I speak that over myself, and good one is to like spend time in worship, just listen worship music or sing alone worship to God, psalms or whatever. They're all so powerful. It doesn't need to be like typical worship music.
What was it that you did yesterday? I was sitting here, I was giving Swedish language lessons, you were on the couch.
I was
somewhere.
I was feeling like I need to grow personally. I need to grow myself because I feel like I'm starting to face situations in my life that I don't have skills to deal with. Like I don't know how to deal with those, and I was thinking, okay, how to solve this.
You were like frustrated.
I was super frustrated, and I was starting to slip into like complaining because it's so easy to complain. Well, my life is so difficult around me. It's not my fault. Life is difficult to work. Anyway. Victim. Pauper. I know.
Good morning, Dwayne. But for us, it's of course good evening.
Yeah, maybe I made my point about how difficult it was.
It was good, but you had some time with the Lord.
Yeah, then I had some time with the Lord, and I started to feel like if I did that Pauper Prince test to see like, oh, there is many things I need to build, and only things I can build myself in is to read His truth, spend time with Him, and I listened worship music, and He led me right away to a new song. Yeah. And I was listening this new song that spoke so much to my heart. It was about like how He gives me, I don't know, new fire, new wine, like new things, and I felt like, I guess it's like some kind of a new spiritual season in my life.
Come on.
Instead of trying to like give help, what is this? Breathing, help breathe.
What do you call that?
Like you are trying to.
Konstgjord andning.
Like
in Swedish. I can't remember what it's called in English anyway.
Yeah, like try
CPR,
to make the
CPR,
the old spiritual life that doesn't seem to anymore. Like there's no life.
There's no life there.
Yeah,
yes.
so I felt like, oh wow, like it's like that. Instead of I'm trying to do the old things, to start searching Lord in even like new ways. Of course, it stays the same. It's praying Bible, but like something there was like new dreams, and that made me suddenly so happy and light, and I started to see so much hope in other things that had felt so difficult just 5 minutes before, and
Yeah.
boom, there's like a atmosphere shift. Yeah,
CPR.
CPR.
Right.
Yeah, you got what I.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
CPR.
Yeah, that's a long answer for a short question.
No, man, it's good.
Long-winded.
Well, we got an hour, so it's not like we're in a rush, in any rush. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. It's good to change it up. Like, sometimes I'll try do something what used to work in last season, and it just isn't working anymore. It's time for something else. You know, it's like how I spend time with the Lord has changed a little bit from season to season, and it's okay.
Wow, what ways?
What ways?
How do you spend time with Lord? And how have you spent time with Lord?
Now I usually I haven't, like this week I kind of got off of my regular routine as we went to Sweden, which is fine. Like I can just get back into it, or I can switch it up. It's not like I'm gonna beat myself up with that. But I usually now I'll spend some time reading the Bible. It's really good if I also like spend some time like just listening, like putting on some background music and just listening, like reading a little bit, but letting things sink in. So I'm not like trying to just cover as much content as possible. Actually, I want the Lord to speak through the Bible. So I've done that. When I was younger, I used to take bike rides at night, talk to the Lord. When I lived in the U.S., I like to like drive around, talking to God that way. So it's now I don't do either of those as much. So, yeah, it does look like a lot of different things. I mean, you can basically do anything.
Yeah, I would love to hear how your God time looks like.
Yeah, that would be awesome. What do you guys like to do? Do you have anything? Yeah, I used to take baths this season, like just yeah, it's just really relaxing.
God
and just
time baths.
Yeah, just talk to him during because it's really relaxing, and you're not doing anything.
Was it
you can't be on your phone or anything because you might
candles,
drop it.
lavender, bubbles, and Jesus?
No, that would be you though.
Maybe.
That sounds lovely, but I'm a guy. I just put water in and that's it. That's it. So, yeah. But I have liked either kind of walking, bicycling, like something when I'm moving, either that or just sitting kind of in silence. But it's nice to be out, like in nature is great. What about you?
For me, something really important is my forest walks. I was actually a teenager, like, I don't know, 15.
Yeah.
And somebody prophesied over me in a prayer that nature will be super important to connect with God in your life, in your future. And I forgot about it. And then I one day read that and I was like, whoa, because it had become so true. It's the place where I go to talk to God, and somehow the nature around me speaks to me, and then God usually talks to me a lot from his heart.
We got a kindred spirit here for you. Carolina, depending on where you're from. Walking in the forest or cycling.
Wow.
See, yeah.
Walking in the forest, yeah.
Yeah, it's going out in the nature is always a help, like being closer to God's creation.
I feel exactly the same way, Lindsay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, unless it's Jonas. It would say probably.
It would say, yeah.
Yeah, there's something about that, like it's just free air, breathing, like quiet, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's nothing complicated.
And something that I like to do is to put worship music, even though I'm not feeling it. I put worship music in my headphones and I start like worship, sing and dance. And I do it for a few songs.
Yeah. Do you like that kind of more the active, like really?
Yeah, and because it does really good for my soul. I don't feel like it. Like I feel like I would rather listen to rock music, or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want to listen to worship, but I feel like that might, like if I'm anxious, I'm not so drawn to listen to something like blah blah, God is good. Like that's such a temptation not to do it.
Yeah.
But when I do it, whoa, the anxiousness leaves, and I'm like, oh, sorry, what I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
What's that?
You just get that. No, I'm just listening. It's just you're getting the right perspective.
I have
feelings.
Yeah, I have to say it's harder when you're married.
It's harder.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I feel a bit awkward to dance and like alone in here. If you
Yeah,
were watching.
I would love it.
I know you would, but I said I feel awkward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do that
Maybe we should
sometimes in
practice.
bathroom.
Worship metal.
Alone,
Yeah, if you got tips,
brushing my hair,
let us know. Worship metal.
doing my makeup in the morning, and like.
Yeah, well, why not? It's just.
We could try to do a new habit and do it together.
Just blast it here in the stereo in the mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. What do you guys do? Do you have any? I kind of I like to do it early in the day to start my day off in a good place. Spend some time just letting God speak. Like actually listen to my own heart as well. How I'm doing. Not too focused. I don't want to be introspective. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's good. Because I'm not going to find anything good by just digging in myself. But I guess being open and not trying to lie to myself or anything, like shoving feelings down or shoving issues down or anything. But it's good that we're talking about it because I've been kind of slacking off for the last week with it, so I'm excited to get back into it.
I started a new diary yesterday. That I have to mention.
Oh.
That's something that God speaks to me like crazy when I'm journaling by hand. I can show you my new diary. Oh, it's too far.
Is it too far?
It's there on the couch.
Wait, you can get it if you want.
Okay, I'll show it.
Well, she's just gonna swiggle over there. Mosey. Yeah.
It's leather journal, and there's
Nice.
text. Can I read it?
You can read it, yeah.
There's a text. It's a gift. You can guess from who.
Oh, really?
Yeah. To my wife, never forget that I love you. If I could give you one thing in life, I would give you the ability to see yourself through my eyes. Only then would you realize how special you are to me.
Oh.
Yeah. Got this as a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, our first Christmas together.
No.
We were just newly married. 1 month.
Yeah. Now I really started journaling.
Now you started. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I actually really like it because here's like places for photographs and notes, and then all kind of like places where the like sketch.
Yeah, different types of papers.
Yeah,
you can even
sketch and
refill it
write,
too.
and you can get refilled. That's the best part. Yeah.
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 Nice.
Nice.
I used to journal like crazy. Like I literally journaled every single day, and like 15 minutes at least, sometimes like 45 minutes. It was a lot. I did that for like 10 years or something. Maybe it was actually even more. I think it was even more than 10 years. I have it. I actually on my computer have all of it. And I have tons of dreams and all those things. And when we met, like after a few months in, I just figured this is too much to keep. I don't know. I started feeling like it was becoming a force for me, so I stopped doing it. I'm a little bit like that as a person. If I do something, I do it either all in or I don't do it at all. So I just couldn't find the balance. Maybe I'll get back to it with better balance. But I had to stop. Carolina here says, I love to pray while working. I work with children. When they're sad, prayer just popped up.
Wow.
It's amazing to see what God does at that moment. That's amazing.
That's amazing. Do you pray for the kids like
Like out loud?
out loud
Yeah.
or
Or
that's
just
so cool though.
we got an awe from Lindsay here. Dwayne, he puts on worship music. Sometimes I put on music that isn't considered worship, but it leads into his presence regardless. Yes, I do that.
You
Like
do
when
that
I take
too.
my God time, I listen a lot to just instrumental music that just gets me into that place because it's somehow peaceful to me. So totally hear you, dude. So I'm awful about not journaling. I know I really need to. So you're really bad at not journaling. It sounds like you journal a lot. So did I just misunderstand that? If you're awful at not journaling, I guess you're great at journaling.
Yeah.
Pray while driving, walking, anywhere.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So important. I know this is someone that I know. He would just start he would just stop during the day and just like turn to God and like that, and just like enjoy His presence. Wow, that felt really good.
Did it?
Jesus, Jesus' presence is always there. It felt really good. Oh, you don't journal? Yeah, that's what I figured. I was just joking with you because. Okay, you do pray out loud sometimes, Caroline.
Wow,
but sometimes
beautiful.
it's in your heart. I understand maybe it's not always appropriate, but I really believe it can shift atmospheres. I used to pray quite a lot because I was working with autistic children or autistic people, autistic teenagers. One time I remember it was this autistic guy, he was a teenager. He didn't talk very much, like a little bit, But I was really feeling the presence of God one time at work. And I was just kind of like feeling so good, like just laughing. And he was just looking at me and laughing too. And he could really feel it. So I really believe like kids and like autistic people, they really are so open and susceptible. To that. That was really cool. Like we could have like this moment together, me and him, but not using words. Like we're both feeling, God's atmosphere, like His presence so strongly.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've actually experienced that with other autistic people. They're somehow very, very. Well, it's a different topic, but I believe they're actually very extremely sensitive to just the spirit world.
Wow.
What's going on? Yeah. For no doubt. Like I have. Could probably, if I would think a little bit, think of some stories about that. So yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Yeah. What else has been going on? What else has been going on?
What do you guys want us to talk about?
What do you guys want us to talk about? Yeah. What is burning in your heart right now? And then see if we can have some input. Carolina, autistic people are beautiful. I have an autistic son. I'll learn a lot from him. Oh, yeah, tell us, what did you learn from him? I actually have an autistic brother as well. So, tell us what you learned from him. I definitely learned a lot from my brother. He's amazing. He's very, very generous and very loving and has a great heart.
Warm.
Very warm, yeah. They're very honest people. There's no like pretending or anything like that. What you get is real. So I love that so much. So yeah, we do. We went to IKEA. That was fun.
That was fun. That was
no filter. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it true that like a lot of people start fighting at IKEA? A lot of couples. I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah. We had a great time.
We had a great time.
Started getting so excited. We found this really cool lamp. that we both liked.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
You can show it.
Yeah, maybe I can't. Well, it's like kind of a steampunk type thing. It's what I like to call it. I like to think that. So we found some cool stuff just to make and this lamp that you can see in the background, just make our home even homier.
Yeah, we didn't like our lamps.
No, they were not good. Now it's getting darker and darker, so we want to have that cozy atmosphere in our place. Okay, you learn to be patient, to be clear in what you're saying, so many things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they can't like read between the lines. They don't do that. They just, if you say something, they actually take your word for it. Like I know someone who said, in Swedish, like we say, like, should we just jump over the coffee, which means skipping the coffee, but it's literally, ska vi hoppa över kaffet? If we're gonna skip it. And she, this autistic woman, who I actually went to a seminar. She actually had a seminar and told about how her world and things like that. And she literally, when you said, should we jump over the coffee? She literally thought that they meant like jumping over the coffee. Like she didn't understand that it was just a figure of speak. Or someone else was saying like, hey, what is this about inner beauty? Like, are you gonna like look at someone's like intestines, like inside? Like she didn't understand what's inner beauty. So funny. Like that style. Yeah, I can imagine. Can imagine. Show us the lamp. All right, I'm gonna do it. I think it's pretty cool. Hope it like translates well. See that? Whoops. There's the lamp over there. It's not kind of cool. It hangs down from. I'm gonna try from the ceiling like that. I don't know if that did a good job. I'd love to hear more of what you mean when they're sensitive to in the spiritual world. Okay, so I was actually talking to a dad who had an autistic child. Yeah, isn't it neat? Don't you like that bulb? It's pretty sick. So, yeah, I had a really good relationship with this autistic kid, like a girl that her dad, and we were talking a lot, because I was taking care of her a lot during daytime when he was at work, and I was just saying that sometimes it feels like, I just mentioned, I think she's really sensitive to like the spiritual world and things like that.
Were they Christians?
Yeah, he actually became a Christian
cool.
later. But when we met, I'm not sure. But anyway, but he was open. At the time, he was very open to that. And he said, like, sometimes before she like freaks out, she will like look at something. It's like she sees something that we don't see. Like angels. And I also heard someone else that there was this person who was demonized, basically, who was, had some friends inside of him, and there was this like autistic person, like a child, teenager. I don't even think he could speak, and I know this because a friend told me this story. It was like he was freaking out, like, oh, like you could sense stuff was going on, and then as they prayed for this person to get deliverance from that, then the autistic teenager was looking at him and then went like this. So basically something left the guys that was playing for deliverance, and he followed it and he calmed down, and then things were like fine.
That's cool.
So
wow.
Yeah, I really think many people have said that they just like to have one foot in our world and one foot in the spiritual world, because they are really like autism means like you're inside of someone. Hey, what's up, Iceland in the house? We love Iceland. What's up, Gunnar? So yeah, I just like autism means like inside of you, so that they're really into their own in their own world, and they have like they can just kind of look, and it's like, I wonder, what are you thinking about? They're just enjoying themselves. And I've worked with autistic kids that just like, I know, right? And I get chills too. It's like amazing. Like I work with autistic kids, they would just run around, jump around and dance and laugh and have a blast and like, or just laugh out loud about something. I'm like, what are you laughing about? Like, it's just amazing. So, yeah, and I worked many years with autistic people. So,
Cool.
oh, there was one guy I worked with before. He would have like a freak out when he would actually get violent. He would usually say like, hey, in a certain way. So I wonder if he noticed some kind of a spirit. I don't know. I don't know, but it's interesting that he would say, hey. I'm like, well, who are you saying hey to? I'm right here.
But yeah, it's not just I'm curious. Like, we are pretty sensitive. I think I'm especially sensitive.
Yeah. I can't. I think I'm pretty sensitive. I thought I was until I met Heta. Like you were in your a completely different league. Extremely sensitive.
Like, I'm kind of curious to hear your spiritual gifts too. Yeah.
But yours is definitely like strong. You have a strong discernment gift.
Yeah.
By feeling.
Yeah. Do you want to open that up?
Yeah, I'm just saying discernment can come in different ways. I'm more. I would say I also have that gift, but you feel it more. I see it. I look at a person. But yeah, what
gift of discernment? Yeah.
But you wanted people to tell also what their spiritual gifts are.
Yeah, because that's always so freaking exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. What are your spiritual gifts? So important to do things where we get to use them to grow, and we can grow. I believe we can grow in any gift.
Oh, we can grow so much. I can tell my story, how I grew with hearing Lord.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to read this comment, and I definitely want to hear that. I once had an autistic girlfriend when in high school. Interesting. This is 1990, and autism was not widely known because she was different. She was picked on a lot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was the first person that she said that she loved. She never said it to her own parents. Wow. She was an amazing girl. Yeah, I bet she was really unique. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Thanks for sharing.
Like, I don't know. I just want to encourage people, like, I sometimes hear is that Christians say that, like, I wish I had, but I don't have. I prayed for gifts, and I don't have any spiritual gifts.
Have you done the same? It felt like I don't have a gift.
Well, no, I did not have any gifts when I was 15 or 14, and I had just, came to faith.
Yeah.
And then, no, but no, I didn't. But I went for this youth camp where then they told that you actually can have these gifts, and we started to practice hearing God by listening prayers.
Okay. Yeah.
And my journey with hearing God started with that evening. I was listening. They told, okay, now everybody pray silently and let's listen what God wants to tell you. And I saw a lemon.
You saw a lemon?
I saw a lemon.
Were you disappointed or were you excited?
Excited. I saw a lemon clearly with my spiritual eyes, so basically in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lemon and I trusted it was from the Lord. And I kept practicing, but first thing I saw was a freaking lemon. I know, right? You might think, oh, I just thought it was a lemon. It was my mind that did tricks to me. But I really encourage to start listening and take the first little things because it grows and it grows and it grows. Nowadays, I see crazy visions from the Lord.
Yeah, you are. That was something that even right before we met, you were like, yeah, when I close my eyes, I see visions every time.
Yeah, I do.
You just close your eyes and you start seeing vision. It's like,
God, yeah, when I ask,
it's like
okay,
the TV
God.
turns on. inside of your
because I have
eyelids.
because I have wired my antennas.
Antennas.
To hear antennas to hear like on his channels, and I know also.
So did you practice it a lot?
Yeah.
Like, why did you want it to just grow in it, or?
I thought being like a prophetic was the coolest thing on the earth.
Yeah. You just wanted to be cool.
No. I thought it was like so like exciting, like what God actually talks to you, and like
what kind of visions?
Yeah.
Being able to hear and connect with the Lord, is that not a spiritual gift? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For sure.
Like
hearing, like that could, I would say, that discernment comes in there a lot. But yeah. I mean, the Bible lists the different gifts, the spiritual gifts, and it's interesting. We don't have to go into all of them, what they mean. But yeah, Lindsay, because I actually can't remember it at the top of my head. Okay, there we go. But gifts of healing, gifts of tongues, there's a few.
yeah, and like some people, like, and they, what are the fruits of spirit?
Fruits of the Spirit, yeah.
They're also like, some people are just rocking that so beautifully.
Some people have like just certain grace and they speak super patient or whatever, you know. But Lindsay was asking, what kind of visions do you? Yeah. Do you have an example or anything, or something you want to share? You know, if it's not like secret or anything.
No.
I guess you're just asking, well, like how, what kind of visions and why?
Yeah. Well, often, I first tell what kind of visions, and then I can tell how I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, for example, in prayer situations, often when I pray for somebody, then I close my eyes and I start like, God, what do you want to tell? And then God starts to show me something. Maybe an eagle is flying above the forest, and then comes in the forest, and there is a river, and in the river there is like a canoe, and there is waves, and this canoe is going somewhere, and there is maybe 2 ways to go, or I don't know, or there is a princess who climbs on a horse, and they are riding, and they are being very victorious, and they are finding diamonds, and like something that is always very, very, very encouraging. And it often gives people hope, and sometimes they've been praying for an answer, and it comes in a form of somebody else prophesying or giving them a vision they have seen.
Yeah.
And
you see a lot of like armor and weapons sometimes,
very like,
or like medieval
kind of
imagery,
stuff.
or
that's how, like, almost like a Disney world. Like very beautiful, colorful. That's how I myself recognize like that the Lord is speaking, because there is a lot of colors, joy, hope.
Exactly. So Gunnar, so we first called to be and then called to do as we draw close. I agree with that. As we draw close to God, He draws close to us, and we change His likeness to be holy as He's holy. From that, we get our gifts and promises and can start to develop it with Him. Like, we can always develop anything. Like, everybody's given gifts, and I think even if you do not believe in God, you can still have a gift. Like, there's many celebrities that have like a gift, and if they're not working with the Lord, it may be, or may not be used for good. We can all use our gifts for good. Like I think some, like a psychic person, actually have a really, really strong prophetic gift, but it's not like operating with Holy Spirit.
For example, like people that are really, really drawn to, I don't know, for example, well, if I talk about like if we're drawn to love people, but we're not walking with the Lord, it can get really twisted. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, it's not that black and white though.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever. What I think is really important when you want to grow with the gift you have or want to have, it's like to actually go if you're in church, like in a situation where you get to go pray for people.
Yeah.
That you actually go, and then when you pray and you hear something.
Yeah.
And that's awful, but so cool. The situation when your heart starts beating, ding, 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 ding. Okay, I heard Lord say, you are precious, and He loves you, and this verse. And what if I'm just making it up? Your hands start sweating, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna so think I'm like, alrighty, or maybe she doesn't think this is for her. But ignore that and just like, take it or leave it, but I felt like the Lord was telling, and then you can share what you were. Because when you do it more and more, you grow with it.
Yeah, it's okay to make mistakes there. If you say, hey, because if you're like, hey, does this resonate with you? No, not really. Okay, well, I might have misheard this time. That's fine.
And the funny part, sometimes the people, few years later, I remember this word I got.
Yeah, it wasn't for now.
It's for now.
It comes alive later. Yeah, it's so true. And it's good to kind of test ourselves. We have to like take a risk there because, okay, I'm going to give this word right now to someone, and it's like either it's going to be right or it's going to be wrong. Like, I have so many stories where I can share that with I've had like word of knowledge. It's like I've gotten people's names sometimes. I've known their name. And I was like, hey, is your name Jason? They're like, yeah, how'd you know that? Like stuff like that, like crazy.
Wow.
And it was actually during a season when I really wanted to practice it. So I was going after it. Like I would like every week at least try and like hear people's names and things like that. So we have the ability to grow in anything we want. And I know we just have a minute left here.
I say quickly something that came to my mind.
But I love hearing the Lord speak too.
Yeah.
So
Carolina. Yeah.
Awesome.
A quick thing I felt is important.
Yeah.
Often when it's time to share, even I have seen a long, or not even that long vision or anything, I feel like, oh, I'm not so sure about this. But when I put my feet in the water, like Bible before the water split, when I just do it, it suddenly starts to make so much sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just try it, even though it doesn't feel anything.
No, it doesn't necessarily feel very fabulous before I start sharing what I felt the Lord is telling to this person. And it's not just, always visions and prophecies, but it's praying for sick and all these gifts we can different.
Yeah, faith is spelled risk, as John Wimber said. And they're like we're talking here about not the risk of your life necessarily. Even I guess that could happen, if you really feel Lord is on it. But risk, more like being wrong.
Risk being wrong. It's difficult.
Yeah, for some reason, why is it? So so that's a little bit. I think it's so cool. Like Heta has a very unique gift there, but you've also really developed it. You see a lot of visions and a lot of things that we've been dreaming and thinking about. Decisions, it has had something to do with it. For me, I've seen more dreams, which I would love to talk that. We can talk about that maybe next time, like dreams, because that's such an interesting topic. Dreams in the night and stuff like that. So
and prayer answers and
man, miracles. Seeing so many people be healed too. So we'll leave that as a cliffhanger for next week, you guys. Thanks you guys for joining us so much. It was amazing seeing you guys here. I love that we have like people who come every week, like regulars. It's so wonderful to see your faces and lovely to see new faces too. We love you all. So I hope you guys have a great evening.
Yeah.
Be blessed.
Be blessed.
God loves you. Bye.